that even if I have not lodged any complaint has been filed. Now they are referring to some mail which they are alleged to have sent to the chairman of the commission. Lords, if I draft a mail and take a screenshot of that, I put a question to myself, will it be amounts to prove that actually that mail had been sent? Or there should be an evidence to indicate that actually that mail was sent? So picking out some papers, picking out some documents, annexing that and building the entire castles. Lords, in the same way, building a castles in the air, the entire allegations. So this is, my lord, my first. Secondly, during the course of that, my lords had put a question as to whether the BPSC had solicited any questions from these coaching centers. In the writ of PIL, annexure P12 to the writ petition is a press communique issued by the BPSC, where BPSC had clarified that BPSC had not solicited any question papers from any of the coaching centers. 24th December. Or then, my lords, another aspect. When this vexed, always, when there's such a vexed problem, situation came, and the court, such a post before the court, and when the court has to take a decision of what should be, Learned Advocate General has already referred to about a similar instance with respect to 66 combined exam. Prior thereto, lords, during the examination which had taken place for 48 to 52 combined, in that case, lord, there was complaint of misbinding of the question papers. Some pages double, in some booklets, some pages were not there. A writ application was filed before the Honorable Court, alleging that the purity of the exam has already been vitiated. The entire exam has been vitiated because of this misbinding. The matter was heard, and the Honorable Single Judge, my lord, set aside the entire exam and directed for fresh exam. Lords, Commission filed appeal. Lords, fortunately, both of Learned Advocate General, as he then at that point of time, and myself had the occasion to appear. The Honorable Division Bench, Lords, directed that only those applicants, candidates who had lodged complaint or objections with respect to misbinding, for them a separate exam should be held, and thereafter the final exam and final result. Lords, paragraph 21 of the counter affidavit in Pappu Kumar case we have given. This is, my lord, the second by order of the court. Then third, another similar situation arose when some, my lord, unfair means were resorted to at Aurangabad. Again, my lords, there finally decision was taken or to cancel that exam for Aurangabad Center and to re. And lastly, my lords, we have the commission has considered aspect that has been referred to, even with respect to Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. While that Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission was going with such similar exam, At one center, my lord, the exam could not be held because of flood. Uti. At Uti, because of flood. The matter was considered and ultimately, my lords, the commission took a decision that to hold a fresh exam, cancel that and to hold a fresh exam. So all these aspects, my lords, were considered even and decision was taken to confine it with respect to that.
Thank you.
My lord, may I submit, my lord?
Yes, Mr. Giri, 1 minute. He just responding for a minute. Yes.
Whatever the question which has been taken from the private coaching center, the BPSC have not denied in their counter or supplementary manner. Now, my lord, the BPSC was telling that submitting that the SOP was not violated. My lord, as per the SOP, the question bag should have the 12 question and the sitting arrangement should be in multiple of 12. But in the Baku Examination Center, in each hall, the sitting arrangement was in 273 and that is not multiple of 12 and that is being violated, my lord. With regard to the DM report, my lord, the DM report is totally forged and fabricated. The Iqbal Singh has already died at 10:30 and at 11 he was shifted to the hospital where the doctor declared that he is about dead at 11 a.m. And as per SOP, the question that steel box that was sealed steel box has to be opened at 11:45. So at the maximum, after opening of the box, only the student can make the hue and cry. But that Iqbal Singh has already died much prior to that, my lord. So that DM report is totally false and fabricated, my lord. Next, my lord.
All right.
Next, my lord. My lord, I have sent the representation dated 31st of December 2024, which was received by the commission, that the BPSC examination controller and the secretary on 1st of January 2025. I have annexed all the evidence which I have filed along with the writ petition. And till date, the BPSC has not replied, my lord. That representation is along with this writ petition, which is at page number 228 to 247, my lord. My lord, now the BPSC is telling that I have annexed one annexure as page 216, my lord. I'm just reading, my lord. It is very important, my lord.
No, don't read, just indicate.
Only 2 line, my lord. Only 2 line, which is relevant, my lord. Which is at additional page 216, my lord. दिनांक 13/12/24 को आयोजित 70th परीक्षा के संबंध में 10 दिनों तक कोई शिकायत प्राप्त नहीं हुई. And this was issued on 24/12/2024, my lord. I have already sent the representation until date they have not replied. I have mentioned everything, whatever evidence I have given in the writ petition, my lord. Same evidence I have annexed with I have sent to the commission. They have not replied, my lord. Now, my lord, with regard to the supplementary counter which has been filed by the BPSC, and they were making the submission that inside the examination hall, that is the Baku examination, nobody, not only the student, but nobody can bring the mobile phone. Then how DM was called? Because DM came prior to completion of examination. He might have been called through any mobile number by anybody.
All right.
Now the next, my lord. Now the next submission, my lord. 1 minute, my lord. Now, lastly, I want to make submission, my lord. Yesterday, I got the information from my person who was attending hearing, my lord. Yesterday, whatever I was submitting, my lord, the whole voice was not going inside the court, and your lordship was having the difficulty in listening the sound as well as the video, my lord. That might have been done by the court master, and he obstructed the justice delivery system, my lord. It is definitely a contempt proceeding, my lord. Because whatever I have submitted, I have the right to submit before my lord, that was not going smoothly before the court, my lord.
We make responsible statements, Mr. Advocate.
Yes, my lord. Yesterday, many people were saying that my sound was not coming clearly, my lord.
Therefore, we do not appreciate this kind of an argument. Have we ever said that you were not audible or you were not visible?
No, your lordship, it was not said, my lord, but many people were sitting inside that you are saying that your sound was not coming clearly, my lord. That's why I'm making submission.
Please, respect the gown that you're wearing. Has anybody told you? Some junior may have told you. Who is this junior? I don't know. I don't think there was any disruption by statement. You should have thought 10 times over that the court master tried to disrupt and it is contemptuous.
No, I am not saying the court master. Whatever the happening was there, I have submitted.
Please be very careful in making such a statement. That we allow everybody to argue doesn't mean that you will make any such wild allegation. All time, and we have heard you. Every word of yours was audible.
I'm obliged for that, my lord. So that's all submission I made, my lord.
Let me tell you from the bench that you have made most irresponsible statement. Most irresponsible. It's condemnable, I must say. And who is this junior of yours who has communicated?
Many people who are there. Many people who
ask those persons. Now we take this matter.
My lord, many persons who are there inside, some of the advocate also, my lord.
Take name of 5, illustrative 5.
I'll file, my lord. I'll file, my lord.
Don't make it a social media kind of a thing. Please, we are warning you. You're a young advocate. We don't take it for that. Don't think that whatever you wish to say, you will be allowed to say.
To assist the court, my lord. My purpose was only to assist the court, my lord.
You are not assisting. You're only trying to create a situation. Why did you make that statement that the court master has disrupted?
My lord,
why did you make that statement?
That might be anybody else also, my lord.
What is irresponsible statement you are making? Doesn't behove of an advocate. Doesn't behave of an advocate. We have not had any difficulty. What kind of an advocate is he? All right, you conclude within 2 minutes.
I've concluded, my lord.
Yeah, all right. Yes.
Now, my lord, my friend I will start from the argument of Mr. Lalit Kishore. My lord will kindly
No, we are stuck up at that. Which advocate has informed him? Ask him. No, I want it today. Now, we will not proceed further. It's a serious allegation that you have made, and you're falling. You're using the shoulder of another colleague of yours. What kind of a person you are?
Whatever I have observed, my lord, that's what I'm saying, said, my lord. Whatever that has been made, I have only submitted observation, my lord. Happening.
We will not proceed further unless you name. Because we will be constrained to write to the Bar Council or whichever place. You are making a statement, a wild allegation, despite the fact that this court has given more time at the expense of other litigants. Is it for this that
My lord, earlier it didn't happen, my lord. That's why I thought that I should submit it for your honorable court.
Please don't.
My purpose was only to assist the court, my lord.
Please don't adopt these techniques, these tactics. These are practices which are highly condemnable. You have only besmirched the profession. Forget about yourself. You have besmirched the profession. And at least learn something. This is not the way arguments are advanced. Chaliye, yes.
Lord, I am beginning from answering. My lord may come to the second supplementary, page 382.
एक just इसकी recording रही है. Production of the video. I mean,
yes, my lord.
Of course. And then we see what we do. We keep this matter open. Blow the IT system. Yes.
ऐसा सिचुएशन हो गया है.
नहीं आप बस करिए आपको काम कर रहे हैं.
हम लोग तो बहुत झेले हैं. ठीक है. अब आज कोर्ट भी झेल रहा है.
It is a false allegation, my lord.
What impression do you create of yourself?
My lord, whatever I have seen, that's what I have submitted, my lord.
Therefore, I ask you, tell me the name.
I'll file, my lord. I'll file, my lord. That recording.
He needs to be.
हमारा एक रिक्वेस्ट था.
Anyway, let's
4 मिनट सुन के उनका क्लोज कर दिया जाए. अब बियॉन्ड रिपेयर है.
बियॉन्ड रिपेयर. चलिए अब बस करें.
इसलिए हम उसको थोड़ा जाए इस मेरिट पर चला जाए केस के.
एडवोकेट है, क्यूआर कोड पर पैसा मांगते
हैं.
What has he done?
एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है, ठीक बात है। वो मेरिट ऑफ द केस पर वो फर्स्ट एक ऑर्डर बहुत इफेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है कि कौन अपियर हुआ कौन नहीं अपियर हुआ, लेकिन चूंकि वैसा रिकॉर्डिंग है इसलिए हम दिखा दिए थे। हमारे लायक दोस्त दूसरे कंटेक्स्ट में गए थे, कह रहे हैं तो कोई बात नहीं है। आई एम नॉट मेकिंग दैट एज एन इशू। नाउ प्लीज कम टू दी second
Yes.
first supplementary.
About nothing.
मेरे रूम
अब जैमर खोज रहे हैं, जैमर को खोल रहे हैं, बंद कर रहे हैं।
हाँ पेज 24 हम ही पर आप लोग बोलते हैं, उधर बोलने में दिक्कत है।
अब यहाँ भी जैमर लगाना पड़ेगा।
केंद्र पर 3 बार लाइट कटा है, जिससे ली गई। ये फैक्ट जो हमारे लायक दोस्त कहे हैं, अब इनका रिप्लाई क्या है? बहस तो कर दिए कि गया, मिला कि नहीं मिला, क्या हुआ क्या नहीं, जरा इनका काउंटर में रिप्लाई सुन लिया। कहीं नहीं डिनाई। काउंटर का पेज 27 पर आ जाए। जो बहस किए हैं उससे इनका जो स्टैंड लिए हैं थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है। पैरा 47 बोले ना कौन फेंक दिया, कहाँ भेज दिया, इसका क्या पता है, लेकिन लिखे क्या है इधर। That with regard to the statement made in para 8, that with regard to the statement made in para 8 of the resolution stated the allegation of irregularity at 18 examination centers other than Bapu Pariksha Parisad. और ये CCTV was not working, इसी के लिए तो आपको इंक्वायरी करना था। And how it could have resulted in the correct practice would actually benefit. How the examination process vitiated. Now, 49. It is stated that petitioner had claimed that some of irregularity have been submitted by the petitioners. The commission has got the alleged complaint of a team center concerns district magistrate and therefore report clearly. Report वही इनका दिखाए थे हुजूर. डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट ने सेंटर सुप्रिंटेंडेंट से रिपोर्ट मांग लिया. उन्होंने कहा कि सब ठीक था. यहाँ रात भर चौकीदार ठीक है. रिपोर्ट आ गया कलेक्टर का, सब ठीक है.
बोल रहे हैं कि अभी
ये ट्यूसडे से जो प्रोसीडिंग चल रही है सबके रिकॉर्डेड वर्जन हमको पेन ड्राइव में दिस वन एडवोकेट he said that there was something that was disturbed for a while by the court master. I have to deal with that. है ना, एक मिनट के लिए भी कभी बंद नहीं होते.
He presented the picture as if we are living in the ideal state.
माइक पर बोलिए, आवाज नहीं सुनाई देती.
As if not.
आप नहीं कह दीजिएगा कि हमने माइक बंद करवा दिया.
करता चलता रहता है. हुजूर इन्होंने कहा सब कुछ ठीक है. से लोग वहाँ इनके डीएम का जो रिपोर्ट है, बाहर का लोग
ये मैं नहीं बोला. मैंने कहा कि बाहर में लोग खड़े थे, बाउंड्री के बाहर.
इनको बहस करने दीजिए.
नहीं बहस तो आप गलत बोलिएगा तो हम कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करेंगे ना.
इन्होंने कहा कि डीएम साहब का बाहर से भी लोग आके सड़ा और चौदह में जो 13 पिटिशनर हैं, दे वर नॉट एग्जामिनिंग ऑफ दिस. Because the highest police officials and highest administrative persons are posted in Patna. When the people can manipulate things here, also interested in malpractice. There are people also interested. So therefore, and where the question has linked to X. Question is that it's not confined to that center. That they have not denied in their counter affidavit. My lord, I have specifically said those documents, they have neither denied the document nor the contents of the document. And in a way, they have accepted that the question leaked. But what they say is this did not reach to other stations. That is what their specific pleading, my lord. But it has not reached to the station because there were jammer. Because my all soldiers of examination centers, they are working very smoothly. The specific allegations have been made. Lord, law have been breached. वहाँ 12:30 बजे 4 लड़कियां आती हैं, 4:30, 12:30, so 4 girls were come. This is the specific allegation. कहते हैं ये लोग बाथरूम गई थी. Allegation may not ultimately be found to be correct. But there is a substantial material before the commission to hold inquiry by impartial body and give us opportunity to lead evidence. ये सुप्रिटेंडेंट का जो रिपोर्ट आया है, किसी सुप्रिटेंडेंट ने किसी विद्यार्थी जो कंप्लेंट अपना रोल नंबर दिए हुए है उससे बुला के पूछा है कि तुम्हारा कंप्लेंट करेक्ट है कि इनकरेक्ट है, तुमने ऐसा लिखा है? नो. बैठ के टेबल रिपोर्ट वो भी 15 दिन के बाद बना दिया. एवरीथिंग है, दे विल राइट, अदरवाइज दे विल बी उसी. Other district appears to be not plausible. So a minimum investigation by a competent person, either by CBI or there are 4 IAs I have filed below. I have already pointed out of anybody who could investigate whether give opportunity to lead evidence. You have never given the opportunity to lead evidence and then say we should provide a positive evidence. To whom I have provided? I have given to you, and you. My friend was denying, but counter they have not denied. That kind of thing they have said in the counter. So this is one aspect of the matter. The law has been breached. This is at least the allegation. Those are private houses, schools, open places. Here, Bapu Sabhagar has been especially designed, very well built building, huge building, specialized building for the purpose of examination. There, people have been marched upon and destroyed. In para 9, which clauses of SOP has been violated?
Mr. Lalit Kishore, one of the communications said that one of the reports said, DM's report, that Bihar School Examination Board officials were there, and the report, the full committee, I mean the commission, the full body of the commission took a decision that some action should be taken against them because they have not.
You see the DM's report it's partly in our favor. Can you see what we are arguing is? It is mentioned in the DM report. DM report is an actual big. Two things. The DM report itself said, whatever reason is, that the questions were given late to the, and this was not opened. SOP says question paper will open in front of the students. They will be there, and then the as was being by outsiders, inclusion of the examining, they thought about that there should be second examination, etc., etc. Now, The other aspect, my lord, will kindly consider, the out of 14, two have qualified. Still, they have made a statement. And third one is from Bapu Swagat. Still, they say we continue to campaign our cause for re-examination because there is a malified practice adopted. So therefore, my lord, they cannot assign motive to us. At least we are bona fidely do not want second examination for the purpose that we are a failure. Three of us have passed, yet we want second examination because that's the requirement of law. We have made a categorical statement. If my lord will please to see my second supplementary affidavit, we have so, all right. So these are the points. अब जो पेज 54 में डीएम साहब लिख रहे हैं, ऐसा प्रतीत हो रहा था कि परीक्षार्थियों को मौजूद था जो कि बाहर से हंगामा करते हुआ कुछ अभ्यर्थियों के अंदर पर परीक्षा निरस्त होने की घोषणा के दबाव बनाया गया था, लेकिन कोई घोषणा नहीं की गई। हुजूर, हमने रीट में लिखा है कि हमारे पास पेन ड्राइव है, उसमें बहुत सारा मटेरियल है, एट द टाइम ऑफ हियरिंग हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, इनको भी दे देते हैं, हुजूर को भी देख लिया जाएगा। हाँ, उसमें नॉर्मलाइजेशन वगैरह सब का है, जरा देख।
ये आपकी
ये जरा सा पेज 59
पेन ड्राइव में क्या दिया है आपने? पेन ड्राइव में क्या?
Yes, Your Lordship. The first one clarifies the issue of normalization. There was a question that fell from your... This query had come from Your Lordship in the first half of the hearing, Your Lordship. That video clarifies that in fact he had said that...
There is a written document that no normalization.
That has come subsequently, Your Lordship, but the query that had been raised by Your Lordship was why was a protest raised at all? Which she has specifically stated that for her and in fact all the students in the examination hall, the papers were not supplied at all. This has been denied in the DM report.
No
Papers were not given in the interview, Your Lordship. Obviously during the exam...
एक बार देख लिया जाए, कॉन्फिडेंस होगा तो देख लिया जाएगा।
वो तो we can't make use of it.
पेज 59 पर एक
We can't
पैराग्राफ
make use of it.
इनका जो डिसीजन हुआ है, बाकी जगह नहीं लिया जाएगा। वो जो प्रोसीडिंग हुई है उसका एक पार्ट देख लीजिए, पेज 59। पेज 59 रोमन 4। हंगामा होने के बावजूद बापू परीक्षा परिषद के ब्लॉक ए और ब्लॉक बी में करीब 5300 विद्यार्थी परीक्षा पूर्ण OMR कुछ विद्यार्थी द्वारा एक दूसरे की मदद करते हुए प्रश्नों का हल किया जा रहा था, जिससे परीक्षा सूची प्रभावित हुआ। तब वीडियो पर जब एक रूम से दूसरे रूम में जा सकता है तो वीडियो से छपरा नहीं जा सकता है, वो वीडियो से कलकत्ता नहीं जा सकता, कहीं जा सकता है। तो दे हैव एडमिटेड दैट द सूचिता प्रभावित होती है। तो जब इंटरनली इट वाज डन वेयर योर जैमर वाज वर्किंग, माय लॉर्ड विल प्लीज टू सी दे से जैमर ऑल इंडिया बेसिस का कौन सा जैमर आए हैं, तो वहां पर जब जैमर लगा हुआ है और वहां पर जैमर में इंटरनली ऑपरेट हो रहा है, दिस इज द फाइंडिंग ऑफ द कमिटी। That why they are confining the re-examination only to Bapu and not to others. This is the reason and this is the finding by them. Now, हंगामा होने के बावजूद कहीं इसी की फाइंडिंग किसी उपयुक्त कक्षक में जिला पदाधिकारी द्वारा पर्यवेक्षण आयोग के समीक्षा के निम्नलिखित स्थिति उभरती है। अब इस स्थिति पर फाइंडिंग प्रभावित हुई। Purity of examination has been affected, so it cannot be confined to Babu Sabhagar. It travels beyond. That there are sufficient material on their own reading. It becomes clear that this was a case of at least not an impartial inquiry, whether the place than the other. So an inquiry investigation was required to be done. Without doing that, Lord, we have on this finding, we have the
All right, yes, Mr. Srivastava.
जो हमने डिटेल रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन का हमने आइए नंबर
वो सब नहीं, अभी जो किया है उसको कल तक दे दीजिए।
हाँ,
कल तक दे दीजिए फ्रेश।
कल तक दे दीजिए। एडजस्ट कर दीजिए।
Very briefly, my lord, majority of the points that we had raised, primarily with respect to the sanctity of the examination, my lord, I am afraid I'm making the submission, but I have reasons to believe, my lord, that those things have not really been adequately addressed to by the commission. We have raised this specifically that preliminary tests could not be conducted on 2 different dates for different sets of examination, as that compromises the uniform standard as required to be followed. On that issue, my lord, I see that there was no effective reply that has been given. As regards the remaining points, my lord, we had relied on this Tanvi Sarwal judgment, my lord, so we had demonstrated as to what is the test to examine that. At no point in time, my lord, we have said that whatever we are submitting, whatever we submit, my lord, with respect to the correctness of the questions, that should be accepted as it is, my lord. At the same time, we also submit, my lord, that the rebuttal or the reply that has been given by the commission with respect to the correctness of the questions should be rejected right away.
No, they can't. That they can't. Otherwise, it will not be amenable ever to the constitutional scrutiny.
My lord, so this is
cannot be.
So
cannot be, but
our attempt.
Restraint has to be observed.
Of course, my lord. It cannot be done in a casual manner.
And
but
it cannot be any.
If there is a scope for a doubt, where the court, my lord, the honorable courts are convinced.
It has to be more than that. Only then. And ultimate reliance has to be placed on the experts.
My lord, yes. Now, we have demonstrated before this honorable court as to how the report submitted by one set of experts at the level of the state, my lord, was accepted by the Honorable High Court there, where the Honorable Supreme Court, after having examined the report submitted by the experts, which were sought to be assailed by the Honorable Apex Court, my lord,
different set of experts.
But the division bench, my lord, had not agreed.
That did not find favor with the division.
My lord.
You have said
I've seen that, my lord. But that is not conclusive, my lord, because there are judgments on the facts of the case. Precedents are not to be read in a vacuum.
But then, to what extent? Suppose
to the extent, my lord, to the
other expert body also would say something.
It is not about expert body.
It has to end somewhere.
The doubts that we have been able, my lord, whatever we are seeking to demonstrate.
If they give a blank, decision that this is the answer, all right. But
we have
entered into that.
We have brought ourselves to a level where, my lord, the courts themselves declare that we are no experts.
And that's the reason. I mean,
and my lord,
something else. But we have to follow what the judgment says.
Other judgments also say, my lord, something which is to the contrary. So
No. The experts have signed the answer.
My
with
lord,
the reason. I think you have not seen that.
The affidavit, my lord, that was given to us, my lord.
Only. Therefore, you have not seen that. We have seen that.
However, my lord, I may be permitted, my lord, to make the submission.
Now, all those questions which you have pointed out to us, we really wanted to test that.
My lord.
Because if somebody
one question. If there is only one question, my lord, that will have a cascading effect over this entire result, and lot many students.
Cascading effect, everything has. I mean, if not for the entire examination for that person, but how it has to be done, that some very strong reasoning was given.
Strong reason is good enough, my lord. We have the textbook.
OPM or
My lord, of course. And then there is a doubt about it. What was the chief? As my lord is emphasizing on the expression chief, there was no chief, my lord, so to say. Because they say that after this OPM not be asked in an objective examination.
You're absolutely right.
It is disqualified to be a question in an objective examination.
You're absolutely right. And then when the Britishers shifted, this also should not have been there.
My lord, the High Court in that judgment, my lord, in that but if we are able, my lord, in any manner, even remotely, able to create that doubt in the mind of this honorable court, my lord, these rights flow from Article 16(1). My lord, everything happened. Part 3 was not touched.
Why do you think that the case is given traction?
Of course, my lord.
Because of 14 and 16.
It sometimes the extent to which my lords are affected. So those things also weigh in our minds while we are making our submissions, my lord. But these are not some light. One thing is certain, my lord, which is not denied by them, which we have made, the statements made in our affidavits. There was some kind of a mismarriage. Let's not call it corruption.
They say
themselves to be the best. And then a statement is made that we cannot reconduct it again. Why? There was some special circumstance existing during that time that you could conduct that test of 4 lakh students at only once, and now you will not be in a position to do it again. When the doubts and the disputes are for such a nature that they go to the root of the matter, even during emergency. These are the rights, my lord, that cannot be touched.
It should not, but it was.
Article 21, my lord, was tinkered with, not Article 16.
ADM Jabalpur was rewritten.
Article 21. Article 21 and 22 were involved in that, my lord. Article 16(1) was not there.
ADM Jabalpur. So therefore that includes Article 16 also. We are not on that.
Not at all, my lord, but this is just to emphasize on this issue. It has not been denied. They have conducted 2 tests. It is a matter of record which has been admitted. As regards, my lord, the video recording which was being sought to be shown. My lord, of course, this cannot be allowed. The press conference successfully and especially in the examination hall of the petitioner, one of leakage, my lord. We are missing out on the point. Leakage, sir. Babu Salagar, sir. My lord, the question was leaked. This is the question. We have हजूर ये परीक्षा खत्म कर दिया जाए, हम लोग खत्म हो जाएंगे.
All right.
It calls for an interference, my lord. Now, as regards, my lord,
Let's see. We
my
have
lord,
not.
this one small anecdote from somewhere, my lord.
Yes, yes, please.
Confessed to the priest there that, Father, I have committed a sin. I have spread this rumor about this person. The father said, no problem, child. I have a solution. The girl did that. The next day she came again back for that contrition, that confession box. And she said, Father, I did that. He said, child, now go and collect all those feathers. That is rumor. We cannot bring back each and every feather, my lord. Some of that will always remain somewhere. This leakage, my lord.
See, the questions of BPSC was something like this.
It is. And my lord, that is why they cannot bring it back.
At least 5 seconds for me to come to it.
But my lord, this, I believe, as in this applies to this case. This leakage, this mismatch, came to this court much before the results were published.
All right. All right.
And my lord, as regards one of the things that justice should not only be done, but should also be seen to be done, my lord. My reply is justice has not been done. Let's forget about should also be seen to be done or will apply or not apply in the case of the commission. We have been unjustly treated, my lord.
All right. Arguments heard. Judgment reserved. Now give your appearance slips and
एक दो और क्वेश्चन
Case law.
हाँ, वो दीजिए ना. Any चलिए.
There is no scope for next division bench.
Huh?
There is no scope for next.
No, we have to say, you see, it is this, I mean, we have done this to the exclusion of so many people. There's a special bench after this.
My lord, yes. We are extremely obliged, my lord, for this indulgence and the latitude which was granted. Though it was abused by some, my lord, but still.
It doesn't matter. We are used to it. We are used to it.
My lords cannot.
At times.
Not by Patna bar.
No. Not at all.
Deeply obliged.